You know what I'm doing, Case?
Positive thinking?
Well, that's actually what's got me needing to do this. I'm trying to simmer, which is one of the most frustrating things you can say to a person when they're really mad is, you got to simmer down, but I'm really mad. And I'll tell you what makes me really mad. It's when people demean our illness. You know, I'm a great believer that you should do everything in your life positive, that you can, that you should try to look at the world in a certain way. And I'm all for that. As a matter of fact, when early on in my career, I read a book called The Power of Positive Thinking, and I thought it was amazing. But the power of positive thinking doesn't really apply to the illness called depression or the illness called anxiety or the illness called bipolar or any of the illnesses, whatever you want to call them. So there's a Twitter account called Law of Attraction. And there's a whole bunch of little sayings there. And I certainly won't be critical of little sayings because I'm known to have my own little sayings. And I don't want to take this out of context, but just to read it to you. Gratitude eliminates fear, worry, grief, and depression, and brings happiness, clarity, compassion, and peace of mind. So let me read that to you again. Gratitude eliminates fear, worry, grief, and depression, and brings happiness, clarity, compassion, and peace of mind. Let me change that to say gratitude eliminates, what? Probably none of those things. Not fear, not worry, not grief, and not depression. But gratitude does bring potentially happiness and clarity and compassion and peace of mind. But it doesn't eliminate fear, and it doesn't eliminate depression. Depression is not the result of not appreciating the things in your life. Depression is not a result of, well, you got to be more thankful. I mean, is there anything that's more annoying than people saying, well, you know what, Michael? Instead of being depressed, why don't you look at all the good things in your life? Why don't you look at your wonderful daughter who's holding the camera, your wife that's sitting over there, or your son and your daughter-in-law, or your job and your career and the fact that your parents are alive? Why don't you look at all of that? Why don't you have gratitude for that? And the answer is, I am. I appreciate everything in my life. But all of those things in my life don't add up to curing my illness. They make me thankful, but not healthy. And there's a big difference. Okay. SickNotWeak.com.
Did you simmer?
I simmered. 24 hours a day, 364 days a year. Because sometimes someone's got to stand up to the, should I say it? Jackasses out there.